They scar the lands of
Transition! Every time!
never defend.
Every time! Since I always look at like video game trailers and stuff and clips to get inspiration, I thought might as well just bring you along for the ride. So today we are going to be looking at the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer, which released its premiere about 6 days ago. And to be fair, I recorded this video before, but I forgot to record the actual sound. You know, you make mistakes, so we're not watching it for the first time, but we are watching it again. I just thought that it was such a good trailer. So the first time we're going to watch it through, and then I'm going to try to break it down with like cinematic techniques, lighting, sound design, camera movements, stuff that I would do. If I might do it, If I like this stuff, I might do it, I might turn it into a series. As a I am going to turn this into a series where I just react to stuff, because I take inspiration from like videos and channels and clips, like in general, so might as well just react to them. And yeah, okay, here we go. Classic pan down. Ooh, reveal shot. Oh, they're heartless. That axe sound design right there. They must have spent a long time. They probably used some real metal to get that sound effect and then distorted it in post. That's what I would do. Example budget filmmaker, because I wouldn't actually have a budget to buy an axe. Could buy a fake axe. Yoda fingers right there. The beat hits.
They murder and kill.
Oh, that arrow just adds so much detail in the background.
They scar the lands of
Transition! Every time!
never defend,
Every time!
never love. The time has come.
Not
to
pan up. I
speak
thought it was
to
gonna
them
pan into like another
in a
shot.
language
Like a constant
they
roll.
will understand.
The squidge. Ah, it's so satisfying. Such a powerful transition. It could literally go anywhere from that. That's the thing that I always do, the neck crack. Another classic look up and then the arrows are coming. Ah, the impacts. A bit of muffled. The rise of the action. Brutal hit. Ow. Ooh, double hit there. Ow, rest in peace. Oh, they followed that. The cameras are insane, and here we go. The lighting of this part is just phenomenal. Indicates... I just cracked my neck. Classic reveal. Has to be. See somebody. The assassin. Odin is with us. Oh, that's just small detail. There's just so much power to this fight. Like it's like a David and Goliath. You could just briefly see it. I don't know why they went with Valhalla, but it looks fantastic. You know, I'm expecting crazy combat.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, available holiday 2020.
Okay, yeah, no. Right, that has a lot to digest. There's a lot of stuff that I have sort of like looked into before, so I'll just revisit them. Such as like the classic way that they opened the shots, which was with like a setting reveal, so they did like a wide shot showing us the entire village. It does look like a bit like Burke from How to Train Your Dragon, actually. Yeah, it shows like the peaceful nature, expresses like a bit of war stuff, like gods, so to call them. It's just such a powerful shot. It's just so slow and smooth. They probably, if I was to do this in real life, I'd probably shoot it on like 30, 60 FPS, probably 60 FPS, so I could have like the possibility to slow it down. Because right here, with a ship movement,
They murder and kill blindly.
look at that, the camera just slightly glides past it, but in like a POV mode of that guy. Such a cool shot. And again, revealing who they are. This transition, it gets me every time. It's just so nice. They went for like a match cut, so they'd either have like a motion controlled rig in real life, where they would like do the action and then match it with like the same scenario.
Scar the lands of England.
It's just so nice.
Lands they
It's just
will
like
never
from war to playtime. It's just beautiful, actually. And the pan up
love.
here, it's just nice. If I was to do this, I would have done like a rolling pan. So as you can see, it pans up to this guy. So I would have had it pan up and mask him. So as it goes up, the next clip would also go up. So it'd basically just be like a seamless transition, or like a mask transition with the sky,
The time has
rather than a crossfade, but
to
that's just what
speak
I would
to
do.
them in a
Oh, you can
language
tell it, every shot
they will understand.
here has just a tiny bit of movement. Not too much, like, could be done like in post, crop in. Don't do it in post, just try to get it in shot, but a bit of post crop in. And here we go. That transition. The candle, and it just goes and it fades to black, like removing all the light source so there's nothing else to pick up. You bet I'm gonna do one of them. It's just so powerful. Or maybe probably not a candle, but maybe just like a light switch flick off, because there's so much possibility right now. You could take this shot anywhere, and here they take it to the ships and they just dip to black, dip to white, cross dissolve in, you know what I mean, expressing all the fear of war. That sound design is juicy. Shells! Again, they added that bass hit with impact, so every hit gets so emphasized. Here is when we can tell around 1 minute 30 1 minute 50, sorry, is when the music starts to change. You have like the slow drone, I think you can call it the drone, to pan up, and then it's literally just sound design. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. Oh, it's just so powerful. Like, every hit is just emphasized by each attack. And here, he picks him up with a spear. Oh, if I was to do this, I'd probably like, on a budget, it would be quite hard to do. Yeah, probably like a harness or like some wires, or like a string, or maybe just have the guy like hold the rope, hold the pole, but it's just such a a powerful shot. And as he went down with his attack, the camera followed, and that's something that happens a lot in this trailer. Yeah, it's just cutting on movement, cutting on motion. Right there, he reaches out, the camera follows his arm. So this is something that I've started to implement in a lot of my work, because it has the possibility, if you're shooting in a high frame rate, to slow it down and then do some speed ramps into the next one, create these seamless / motionless, motionful, using the motion blur to create transitions. Right here, you see, he throws him down, you follow it. Oh, you see that? There's just a tiny bit of detail. They used the blades of grass to add more motion, just because it adds something in the foreground. Right there. It's true, actually. Did they follow the sword through? I think they followed the sword through the body. Let me just look at that again. I think they genuinely followed the sword through, the spear through. And that's just such a nice one. Here we go, and then we switch away from that. Follow the axe into another shot. Pretty basic, but fades and dips to blacks. Here we go. This is the part where I'm just absolutely astounded. The sound design is already fantastic. This is just phenomenal. Music picks up, and every hit, every accent, every slash is just so on the rhythm, like boof boof. It just works because of this music and the beat. A ramp into the beat. So here they use in my opinion, the lightning is just adding so much mood to the shot. It just adds so much visual flair. It's just the high contrast. It's something that animators and anime uses quite well to show impact. They do this thing called impact frames, and they're using, and this is sort of what I think, they're using the lightning in this shot to create impact. So every hit or every beat, they're using the lightning as a visual flair. And then you see the crow, slow motion. Right here, you see the guy in the background, still out of focus. You see that? They do a quick, it's such a gorgeous shot. They did a pull focus onto the character in the back, and then you see the main character, the Viking, turn around, but it's out of focus, and then they cut to a closer shot right here, in focus of him turning around. So it's a cut on motion, but he's out of focus in the first shot. It's just so nice. So it just sort of builds up a bit more tension right here, and then they follow it round. Oh my gosh, yeah, running into each other, and then as he gets hit, you can tell he gets hit, he gets flung. Probably a bit of wire work involved if I do it in real life. Have him pulled, have a harness on. As a budget filmmaker, I have no clue how to afford that, but pulled, and then the camera follows him just to add so much more flair. This shot is just godly at this point. Lightning to show impact, cut to a wide. They managed to implement a lot of wide shots, cutting into fast action close-ups, which is very hard to do in real life. They get the close-up wide action shots. What I tend to do, if you ever tried to film B-roll, it's very similar to that. However, you can fake it a bit by using crop-in, so filming in a higher resolution and then cropping into your action. That's sort of a cheap technique that I use to get my close-in zoomed, because otherwise it's just so hard to either stabilize the camera or track your motion. So I like to do that in post. I have a video that's going to has like all of this planned, all of this and how I do it, coming out soon. It's quite an interesting one, but you'll have to wait and see. Again, yeah, cutting on motion. That shot where they just have him hit and then the sparks, it's just so powerful because it just shows the difference in power. And in there, you see right there, as he hit, you get a flash of lightning, impact frame. That's what I would do. I am still trying to learn and try to figure out how to do an impact frame in real life, however they use this. And I just realized that. Watched this trailer multiple times, but yeah. Also, I think they've done like, every time the main character is fighting, I think like against this big guy, I think they've slowed his actions down, and whenever they do the big guy, I think they've sped it up. I'm not sure, but I think they have. Let me just look at that again. Every Assassin's Creed has to have like a character like looking in. I think it was Assassin's Creed 2 trailer where they saw like, I think it was Ezio Auditore. It's not Ezio. One of the Assassin's Creeds where they had one of their trailers. I am probably going to review some of the Assassin's Creed's actions, trailers and cinematics, because they are just gorgeous, and I'm gonna do it anyway because I take a lot of visual inspiration from their movement. There's this one in Assassin's Creed Origin, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where they do this spin slash, and it's just so gorgeous, and I want to recreate one of them in real life, so I will probably review it on the channel. Odin is with us. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to pay attention to. I think they've slowed down everything. Full focus, camera work, probably planned a lot of time. Impact. Okay, so we've done it the other way around. They've slowed down the big guy just to show more impact, or maybe had him move a bit slower, and then have our main character move a lot faster. Just headbutt. That sound design is just so impactful. It's such a Bay City impact. Then the slash to the face, impact. Reaction shots. They are so powerful. If you can manage to implement a reaction shot in your films,
holiday 2020.
Do it. Anyways, is there anything else that I want to tackle? Look at that, the haze in the background. To be honest, they're creating a lot of impact and their action by having a lot of people in the background doing stuff. And if to do that in real life, you need to either like clone people or get a huge cast, which would be hard to manage. Also, look at this lighting. I'm going to pay attention to the lighting for just a second. They have very harsh lighting. Well, soft, but like strong one-sided lighting, so it like hides half their face, just adds so much more mood in it. I hear that here every time. Generally, this choreography must have taken ages, absolutely ages, to master. And yeah, the final slow-mo reaction shot, lightning flash, and then the makeup. Makeup would be crazy if I was to do this in real life. Like, you'd need an amazing makeup and set design. Yeah, no, it would take like a crazy amount of like makeup and set design to make this possible. Anyways, I will leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching this. I sort of broke it down. I do lots of these, some of these shots. I might not go cinematic and like technical in a lot of them. Might just react because I do take inspiration. Hopefully you can take inspiration from what I do, because I use a lot of these techniques and I probably will refer to this at some point. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.